mom, they're like, this has a negative connotation to it. This is a stereotype. No. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda Wilson, also known as the Puzzle Queen. So today I wanted to start the year off with a positive note. I wanted to share something that has been on my heart and on my mind, and it is about thriving as a single mother. I know that there may be other people that, are single parents, single fathers, etc. But I wanted to focus on today as thriving as a single mother. So I have 10 points that I wanted to go over, and hopefully they will help you just as much as they've helped me navigating this season of single motherhood. So if you like the topic, if you want to know more, stick around. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, I have my little notes here. Okay, number one. Finding the peace in your situation. So sometimes you may be a single mom because you're a divorced woman. You may be a single mother because you and your partner were never married. You may be a single mother. That person may have, passed away or have unforeseen circumstances, being incarcerated, whatever the case may be of why you are a single mother. You are here now, and now we have to find the peace. So with finding the peace is something that comes within. No one else can provide peace to you. No one else is going to be an agent of peace other than you and God. My peace comes from myself and God. So my situation, I became a mother at the age of 25. I was a single mother by the time I was 26. So my twins were 6 months old by the time I became a single mother. And that was really hard. That was really hard. I had just stopped breastfeeding. I was buying formula. We all know that that's extremely expensive, and then you double that times 2. So it was really hard, but I had to, and the journey is not quick, it's not easy, it's not any of those things, but I had to find the peace in my situation. I knew that I was making a decision that would greatly benefit myself and my children. It would put our environment in a much more peaceful situation, and I was doing what I felt was best for myself and my children. So my children's well-being and health and wellness being number one, and I was putting myself second. A lot of times as a single mother, you do put yourself second. But when it comes to the matters of the heart, you do have to think about what's best for you and your children. Number two, which really goes with number one, but your relationship with God. My relationship with God probably grew exponentially when I became a single mother. I relied on God for everything. Advancements in my career so I can make more money to take care of my children. Just my peace, my frame, my mental health. I knew I needed to go to therapy. God really helped me find a therapist and all those things. And so that is really important when it comes to thriving as a single mother. You really need to have a faith base of some sort, some support systems around you that can pray for you, that could be there for you while you are transitioning into parenting solo. So a lot of people, when they hear single mom, they're like, this has a negative connotation to it. This is a stereotype. No. We are going to redefine that. We are going to redefine what it means to be a single mother, because the definition of a single mother is parenting your children while unmarried. Let's rip that Band-Aid off. That's not that bad. That's not that hard. It doesn't hurt. We're still here. I'm not injured. I'm not bleeding. I'm fine. So I say all that to say, have a village. have a support system. And if you don't have a large support system, because if you're like me, I hardly ask people to do anything for me. So if you can find a handful of people that you trust, or if you're blessed to have more than a handful of people, then use that and ask those people to pray for you so that you can continue on in your journey. Get therapy. Go to therapy. Sort out your issues. How did you get into this situation? You will probably find out the reason that this situation even occurred might date back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever the case may be. And the unhealed trauma that we have from childhood a lot of times plays a big part of, into our adulthood. So that may be something that you need. I recommend it. I started therapy soon after I became a single mother, and I've been in therapy ever since. So just my little tip and advice. It will do you and your children a great deal of good. Like, your children will notice that you are happier, and they will pick up on that. They feed off of our energy. So we really need to make sure that we're the best that we can be. And I'm not saying perfect, but I said the best that we can be, because that will really help when it comes time to, maybe co-parent, or, if you have to do it by yourself and you don't have a co-parent, it will really help you get in the right frame of mind as far as single parenthood. Okay, number 3, setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is probably the best thing I've ever done for myself. You set boundaries with your co-parent, you set boundaries with your friends and family, you set boundaries with anybody in your life, because boundaries help protect your peace. That goes back to number 1, we're finding our peace, being an agent of peace. Boundaries help protect your peace. One thing for me, if you have you and the person that you made children with have a lot of mutual friends, and sometimes those people want to tell you about the other person.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
I don't want to know anything about the other person. I don't care. Don't talk to me about it. So you can say it nicer and say, hey, anything that has to do with that other person, please, keep that to yourself. I'm not in that space. Thank you. Whatever that case may be, however you feel like you need to say it, of course, gently. Because a lot of times people aren't being messy, but the ones that are, just stop it at the door. You have to set boundaries. So we're not bad mouthing the other person. We're definitely not allowing people to that they might not like that person, or that person might have harmed you in some way. That's why I go to therapy. I talk about my feelings in therapy. I don't really need to trauma dump on someone else. So that's the whole cause of therapy. All of these tips go together. So setting boundaries. Another boundary could be if you have to co-parent with that person and you guys have to do a child exchange. Maybe you exchange the children at a neutral location so that person's not invading your personal space. Those can be the reasons of, you setting boundaries. Whatever your situation may be, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable and confident with dealing with the other person. Setting boundaries as getting personal into, hey, are you dating someone or whatever? Those things don't really need to be discussed until they need to be discussed, which at that point would be you and this other person maybe getting married or whatever the case may be. And depending on how old your children are, the children may have said something or whatever, but you don't really need to be discussing things with the person that you're co-parenting with unless it's about the children. So that will help you thrive as a single mother. Setting those necessary boundaries and just keeping an even playing field and keeping it about the kids. Number 4, legalize everything.
Yup.
This is an unpopular opinion, but for me, when you have hard paperwork of, scheduled drop-offs, visitation, things of that nature, that helps keep everything afloat. To me, that's like another boundary. That person knows what they need to be doing. You know what you need to be doing. There's no confusion. It says it right here. We have a schedule. If you are blessed enough to not have to involve the courts in, visitation and things like that, great. You can skip past this part. But if you are needing that extra reinforcement, I definitely recommend Legalizing Everything. Once again, these are just my personal recommendations. These are just some of the things that work for me, and this is how I continue to thrive as a single mother. Okay, number 5, keep a positive attitude. Now, I know a lot of times when you see like YouTube videos or like informational videos such as this, it's like everyone's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. My kids were just great and everybody's just perfect. And it's like, okay, girl, the real. So here's the real. Being a single mom is challenging. We know that. However, if we can set an intention to be at our best every single day for ourselves and keeping a positive attitude, we can make this thing just a little bit easier. And so what I mean by that is going into each day, whether you're reading a devotional as soon as you wake up, praying, exercising, whatever the case may be, whatever can start your day off in positivity, that's what we want to do. That's how we stay on track. That's how we stay positive. That's how we stay motivated. That's how we stay just in good spirits. For me, in my situation, I focus on staying positive. I enjoy being a mother to my children. I love my little people to death. When we wake up, everything's exciting. They're 3 years old, so everything's exciting. Well, before we go to sleep, giggles, laugh, jumping on the bed, all of that stuff. Everything is exciting. What we do on the weekends, what we do on the weeknights, when we're cooking, when we're cleaning up, when we're, washing our hair, anything. All of those things, I enjoy spending time with my children. I enjoy being a mother. Now, does it get frustrating? I'm not here to lie to you. Yes, it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating when you have to do all of these things by yourself. It gets frustrating carrying the load of like the emotions of your children and all of those things by yourself. But like I said, I'm a faith-based person. I go to God in prayer. That helps me. I am going to go to God in prayer. The thing is, I'm going to pray about everything. I'm going to pray about the parking spot at Target. I'm going to pray about my Amazon package coming earlier than expected. I'm going to just pray. That's just me. I'm just going to pray. So I'm going to pray about the big things. I'm going to pray about the small things. I'm going to pray about the middle of the road things. I'm going to pray. So praying can keep you a positive attitude, exercising, doing the things that makes you happy. Just start your day with a positive mindset. That will help you thrive as a single mother. Number 6, focus on your children's happiness. For me, my kids, I know my kids, both of their love languages. I know how they like to receive love. I know how they give love. I know the TV shows that they like, the toys that they enjoy. They love going to school, what friends that they talk about all the time. Focus on your kids' happiness. If you are co-parenting with someone and that other parent makes them happy or they enjoy being around that other parent, that is great. That is wonderful. It's a beautiful thing when you can positively co-parent. If you are doing it solo like I am, just focus on their little activities and things that they like to do, whatever makes them happy. The most beautiful thing that my children ever said to me, like so far, is when we moved into this house, my daughter said, "Mom, I'm so happy. I'm so happy." And I was like, I got a little emotional. I'm like, oh my God, like everything I do as a mom is for them. Like, I want you to be happy. So to hear that, I was like blown away. Like, this is what mommy wanted. Mommy wanted to put you in a safe and positive environment so you can be happy, so you can thrive. Now, I will say we moved to North Carolina and my kids have been thriving. I mean, it's just amazing how a change in your environment can really like set the tone for everything in your life. Like, I notice that I'm thriving. People say I'm glowing different. Like, my kids look happy, and it's not because we're taking these like Instagram pictures and like all this stuff. And the reason I even do take a lot of family pictures with me and my children is because I want to create these memories and make these memories last. That's just my thought process going into it. We are a family. I want to take family pictures so we can have memories. You never know where life is going to take you. Like I always say, single motherhood is a season. So whether your season ends when you get married, or your season ends when your children turn 18 and then you just become a single woman of adult kids, everything is a season. So while we're in this season, we're going to enjoy it. Anything that's added on later is an asset. Will that change the dynamics of our family? For sure. But right now in this season, this is what I'm enjoying. This is what I want to do. This is what God has intended for me, and my purpose right now is to showcase thriving single motherhood for all women. We are going to thrive in this season. Is it going to last forever? No, nothing lasts forever. So you can start your day and end your day and knowing this is just a season. When things get hard, it's just a season. It's just a season. Okay, so the next point is routine. I am a schedule-based routine person. I'm going to say that again. I am a schedule-based routine person. Adrian and Zola were born 10 weeks early. We were in the NICU for 43 days. Okay? That is a long time to be in the NICU, but that's another video for another day. When they came home, I kept their bedtime schedule between 8 and 8:30. Now that they are 3 years old, they still go to bed between 8 and 8:30. On the weekends, it might be like 9. The reason for that is, one, so they can get their, get the rest that they need as toddlers and babies. And then the other reason is, mommy needs time to decompress too. You cannot have your child up at all hours of the night and then you don't get a break. That does not help you thrive as a mother, whether you have a partner or not, or a single mother. You need to have a routine. You need to have a schedule. You need to keep a schedule. Now, will it be challenging if the other parent that you're co-parenting with doesn't keep that same schedule? Yes, but kids adjust. So keep a schedule, maintain the schedule. I can share my schedule with you all. It's fairly simple, but as far as sleep training is concerned, that's one thing I tell every woman that's pregnant or has a younger infant: call me so I can help you sleep train, because we have to get some rest for ourselves so we can be the best mom that God called us to be. We need to be the best mom that our children need. Period. End of story. Okay, number 8, hobbies. You have to do something for yourself. And hobbies don't always have to be outside of the home. Hobbies can be inside of the house. Every hobby doesn't need to turn into a side hustle. I know that's another unpopular opinion, but it's true. You may like to knit. You may like to sew. You may like to color, paint, whatever the case may be. You need to find a hobby. You need a hobby. If you're like, what do I even like? You need to dig down deep and find out what you like. What do you like? You need to figure that out. Write it down. Make a plan. How many times a week are you going to spend time doing your hobby? Okay, number 9. Number 9 is self-care. Everybody needs some self-care. Now, I have a bone to pick, right? Getting my nails done is not self-care for me because I just kind of want it to be done. It's not, I love my nail tech, I love the nail salon, but it's not self-care to me. It's like a chore almost because I need my nails done, right? So self-care for me is getting my hair done because I just love getting my hair done. Maintaining my monthly massages, getting a facial, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever you need for self-care. Some of us need a massage. You know, we got all this tension in our shoulders and in our neck and our back. We need a massage. We need a facial. We need to get that skincare together. Like whatever your self-care looks like. It could be brunch and mimosas with your girls. It could be going to happy hour by yourself, which I recommend if you're a single mother. So you can meet more people. Like self-care, you need to incorporate that into your life. And I know as a mother, it is hard to try to find time for yourself, but that's where that village comes in again. You need to rely on your village so you can get some self-care. You need some self-care, girl. I don't care what they say. You need it. So get some self-care. Okay, last but not least, thriving as a single mother means that you have to let go of the fear and the anxiety. I know it is hard to manage fear and anxiety, but I will tell you this. My therapist told me something the other day that it kind of changed my thinking on fear because I'm like, no, we got to get fear out of here. You got to fight fear. And she said, welcome the fear. Take fear on the ride with you. Tell fear, buckle up. We got to go because we got to do the things that we have to do anyway. You got goals that you want to reach. You have things that you want to do. And some things are scary. Some things make you have anxiety, make you get tight in your chest. And you're just like, it can cripple you sometimes, the anxiety and the fear. But we have to manage that because we have things to do. We have goals to reach. We got dreams that need to be fulfilled. So let's take fear, take anxiety, tell it to buckle up, and we gotta go. Period. We have to go. Because we cannot hold back and waste time because of fear. What is the one thing that you know that you need to do that you're not doing? For me, it was this video. I had so much fear about sitting at my desk, putting my phone facing me, and doing this video. Why? I don't know. I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'm not afraid to share my story or my journey. But the act of doing something like this that's new was scary. Even for me. And I'm not like a fearful person, but this was scary. So if you're like me and you're, you know, an extrovert and you don't mind talking to people and doing all that, but things like this kind of scare you, just do it anyway. Is this video going to be the best video on YouTube? No. Is the audio going to be perfect? No. Am I recording this video with my iPhone? Yes. Do it anyway. Do it scared. Welcome fear. Fear, you got to buckle up because we got things to do. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be talking about thriving as a single mother more. If you have any questions about any of the 10 things that I listed on how to thrive as a single mother, please leave a comment and we can have a discussion. If you don't know, I am an entrepreneur. I am the owner of ANX Puzzles. And let me grab a puzzle so you can see them. My puzzles are sold in Target stores nationwide. So if you have a little person in your life, you can go to Target.com or go into a Target store and grab a puzzle.